Hey, it's Chaya, and I'm back with another episode of Naked, the Messy Middle Edition. So today I want to talk to you about something cool. Or not so cool, but cool on some level. You see, I got engaged a while back, and for those of you who don't know, I've been through so much abuse, like since I was a little girl, that I never thought I would ever trust anyone again, let anyone in. I it just, I kept getting hurt. And at some point I realized it would be easier just to leave everyone out. But I kept trying anyway. I kept dreaming for something bigger and better. And then I got it. And that's really exciting. And that's the cool part. The cool part is that I'm gonna marry this beautiful man. We're gonna have a beautiful life together. I'm gonna prove it possible. I didn't have to marry someone that was abusive or someone that wanted me to be okay with him sleeping with other women. Just saying. That's true story. Or someone that, oh God, this story can go on and on and on. But I actually married someone. I'm gonna marry someone that's aligned with my goals, my values, that wants a beautiful big world, that wants to help and pass on love to everyone and share it and show a better world. So that's the cool part. And then the not so cool part, I'm noticing I'm enjoying jumping into that, which is kind of interesting because I don't really like the not so cool part, but I guess I like sharing it. I'm just observing. The not so cool part is that, a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while are going to be there. And like from my family. And it might be the first time in years that the whole family will be under the same, well, it's being an outdoor wedding actually, so not under the same roof, but under the same sky, right in the same spot. And that fills me with a very scary, unsettling feeling. A part of me wants to run. I told Yehuda, my fiance, let's invite them all and then let's go somewhere else, like let's leave them all there. And that's not really true. That's not what I want. I want to feel stronger. I want to feel braver. I want to know that no matter who's there, no matter who's not there, I'm happy because it's the happiest day, because I'm actually marrying the guy I've dreamt of and never knew possible. Most of all, also, I'm attesting to being the girl who I always dreamt to be. I could never be this girl before. But a lot of hard work finally paid off, and here I am. I'm that girl. I'm the girl who can have a long-term relationship and create a real future for herself, the one that she always dreamt of. And it feels so unsettling to have both this massive fear of what they're gonna say and what it's gonna feel like, and how they're gonna undermine me or do the things they do. The cold that I get from them, that scares me. I don't want that. But it's crazy because I would like to call these wedding jitters, but they're not anything to do with the guy I'm about to marry, well, soon. They have absolutely nothing to do with him. They have everything to do with people that have been in my life way before him. And what's funny is that I really think that if you're marrying the right guy, you might have a little bit of fear, because it's scary and there's a lot of hardships and relationships are not easy. And there are moments where you're just like, oh my God, why? Can I just leave? It would be so much easier. Let me run under my covers and pretend everything's okay. But we don't leave. For the guy that's the right guy, you don't leave. Not only you don't leave, he doesn't leave. And maybe you do for a few moments, but you always come back. And you hold on to that relationship with everything you've got, because the only place you want to run to is that relationship, even when you want to run away from it. So what I realized is, if you have crazy fears regarding marrying the guy you're going to marry, there's something wrong. See, when I was, how old was I? 18? Probably just around. My parents were moving. Maybe I was a little younger, a little older, I'm not sure. My parents were moving to Israel, and 2 days before they moved, they decided to get me engaged to a guy that I knew, that I was not really dating, but I knew. And they decided that it was time for me to get engaged so that they can move. And now I'm not here to put judgment on them, because they thought they knew what, and they did the best they knew. But when I did get engaged, in that moment, I'll never forget, the level of fear that I was overtook by was so high, so high. And the next morning I woke up and I was sweating and terrified. And I remember promising myself, if I got out of that situation, the next time I ever got engaged, I'd be calm. Like, there would only be one more time, and that time I'd be calm. I'd be calm, I'd be happy, I'd know I met the guy. Like, I'd know he's mine. And I'd been really careful since. I had many different opportunities that came up that I had to run from, to recognize, no, this is not it, this is not it. This won't give me that calm feeling. Yeah, I feel extremely messy. I feel like I'm jumping from one thing to the next. Oh my God. I guess it's just really hard talking about my wedding and realizing how excited I am to marry this guy and have this new future, but I'm also so uncomfortable with everything else that comes with it, And definitely when I imagine his family also at the wedding, it makes it easier. We're gonna have an outdoor wedding. It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be towards the end of the summer, so that's exciting. And I always wanted a summer wedding, so that's like really good. And then so I'm excited because it's not so far off. So then I can't wait. I want to live together already, We didn't. I choose rather to wait until we're married to live together. I felt like that's, for us, the way to start. And there's so much excitement and there's so much fear at the same time. And really what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to portray here is that it's okay to have both. And that how full-fledged I can go into both. I can go into this oh my God, I'm so excited. And then oh my God, this is so scary. I can do both. I can really, really do both. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's the beauty, that's the strength, being able to do both. And what I really hope for me and for all of you watching this is for the opportunity to get to this place of strength, of knowing that it's okay. But chances are there will be moments that I will be a little scared. But that's okay. That doesn't take away from the fact that this is a happy moment, a happy day, and a happy occasion. I'm so scared to see certain people from my family, but I'm thinking, really, I would love to be that strong that when I see them, it doesn't even hit anything. It literally is like, and maybe for a minute it does, and I walk away and I tell my friend, this is so triggering. She says, yeah, I know. And I say, okay. And I take a few moments of deep breaths, and I really let myself get stronger within myself. And that's my dream. That's my hope. And what I'm here to remind you is, well, this is Nika, the Messy Middle Edition. This is how it happens. This is how we become stronger. This is what we do. See, a few years ago, I couldn't for the life of mine stay in front of a place in a situation where I knew I was going to be triggered and prepare myself to be stronger. No, I would come in, I would get so triggered and I would be like, oh my God, how did this happen? And then I think, you know what, I suck. I knew I shouldn't have gone. I knew it. Why did I go? And I continue blaming myself, beating myself, and just continue the trauma as opposed to giving myself the space from it. And today, I'm giving myself the space from it in advance so that when it happens, when it shows up, when I know a time of trigger is going to show up, I'm prepared. There's so many tools waiting for me. There's so much waiting for me. And it's telling me it's okay. You're going to enjoy yourself. And then the brain doesn't know the difference between what you imagine and what is reality. So the more I prepare myself with this imagination of like, they're going to show up and I'm going to just be like, listen, I'm the girl of the hour, like, deal with it. The more I suddenly realize like, hey, I can do this. And the more my brain really thinks I've done it before, so I can actually do it. Isn't that cool? I don't know if any of this was, if I communicated this in a way where you can really understand it, because the truth is it feels so big for me that I feel like on some level like no one can understand it. But I also know that's something my brain is telling me and they're not necessarily true. But I'm hoping in some level this was able to open up that door for you of being allowed to have so much fear and so much excitement at the same time without them becoming one and enmeshing. Did you notice they were each separate feelings? I went from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And I hope that gives you the freedom of feeling more than one feeling at a time. All right, guys, see you soon. Like and subscribe. Enjoy.